July 6, 2014. You're looking at a map of the Middle East. You've got Baghdad, Jordan, Saudi Arabia to the south, Iran to the east there, Syria to the north. Now, everyone's familiar with the news from ISIS and the takeover in this area. And to the right is Baghdadi, who's taken over now the jihad there. He's the caliph. In other words, he's the new ISIS or Sunni Muslim religious military leader. But this is an area, this particular map of Iraq has in the dark green the Sunni held areas, light green are Sunni and Shia, and you can see right on the border with Jordan. They've taken that over. They are infiltrating into Saudi Arabia, into Syria. Now, a lot of people are worried about Israel, but they have sights on the entire world. And now with the Muslim Brotherhood running our White House, there's a lot of other information that needs to be looked at. But just here, now this is not on the border with Jordan. This is closer to the, it's in Jordan, but closer to the border with Israel, where 25 young mask-wearing men raised al-Qaeda flags during a protest against the killing of Amman resident. It says he was killed during a Jordanian SWAT team raid on his house, an attempt to arrest his brother. They were protesting this police strike there, 25 of them. Now, that's in southern Jordan. But look at Yemen. You've got 2 suspected al-Qaeda fighters who have been surrounded inside a government in southern Saudi Arabia. Then you got, they've blown themselves up. Saudi-owned TV channel reported. The skirmish and the suicide blast happened early on Saturday as the military carried out operations following an attack on a border post with Yemen. You see that just to the south. All of this may be tied in together as some of the ones that were fleeing. But this is not just on the border. This is South Saudi Arabia, down in Yemen. Said the security force had been searching for an al-Qaeda armed fighters who have fled after an attack on Friday in which 6 people, including the suicide bomber and 2 security personnel, were killed. So all of that's tied in together. But you go from, now you're going from Syria in the north to Yemen in the south, all the way to nearly the Israeli border going west. And Israel's in bad fighting right now with basically, guys, it's the same people when it all comes down to this. And the Sunnis are taking and blowing up all the Shia mosques. That's where ISIS is in now, in these areas you're looking at. They want Rome, they want the world. He says, Baghdadi in his speech where he came out when he claimed himself caliph or leader, says Rome will be conquered next. Muslims have been called to flock to the Islamic State together for a battle against non-believers throughout the world. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the self-proclaimed leader of the Islamic State stretching across Iraq and Syria, has vowed to lead the conquest of Rome as he called on Muslims to immigrate to his new land to fight under its banner around the globe. Hey, Baghdadi, you can have Rome and those evil dudes. Baghdadi, who holds a Ph.D. in Islamic studies, says Muslims was being targeted and killed from China to Indonesia, speaking out as the first caliph or commander of the Islamic faith since the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire. This is my advice, he said. If you hold to it, you will conquer Rome and all the world, if Allah wills. Having claimed the title of caliph, Baghdadi appealed to judges, military, those who have military and managerial and service skills, and doctors and engineers in all fields. He also called on jihadi fighters to escalate fighting in the holy month of Ramadan. In this virtuous month or in any other month, there is no deed better than jihad in the path of Allah. So take advantage of the opportunity and walk the path of righteousness. He's calling for arms. That's what he's doing now. They thought they had killed him, or the mainstream said they did, and then he came out with this video. It says, here's what I think. This is going to increase U.S. security at the airports, but not the Mexican border. Since a government is allowing this, look for increased violence from the incoming South American gangs. Think about it. What a perfect excuse to grab everyone's guns. They tried it other ways, but with this mass migration from the South, and even mainstream is talking about the South American gangs that are being let in. You talk about a false flag, guys. Let something happen, and we know this government, the gangs may not even do it, just be blamed for it. Something will happen, and they're going for the guns. We've got a Muslim Brotherhood in the White House. Heads up, be safe.